Welcome to another Buccaneer update. I'm here with head women's coach, Julie Goodenough. Coach, you've had a crazy week. You had an exciting win over High Point, and then you had a really heartbreaking loss against Gardner-Webb. Can you kind of tell us about those two games?
That's funny to think about those in the same week, but I guess they were in the same week. Yeah, I'm really proud of our effort against High Point. I felt like our players, especially offensively, were just really executing well. We got all the shots that we wanted. Did a really good job keeping their big players away from offensive rebounds in the High Point game, and probably one of our better transition offensive games as well. Gosh, I kind of forgotten about the High Point game, to be real honest. I have been, unfortunately, kind of dwelling on the Gardner-Webb game, but I was really proud of our win over High Point. I mean, they're one of the teams in the conference that have a lot of veteran players that have, lots of experience. I mean, they play a lot of seniors, and this is kind of their year to have a really special season. So that was a big win for us to beat that team at home. And then we had a week to prepare for the Gardner-Webb game, and I felt really good going into that game, and played a good first half. We were knocking down our three-point shots. We had a little bit of a cushion at halftime, and the wheels fell off a little bit in the second half. Felt like we really dropped our guard defensively, and Gardner-Webb, to give them credit, really picked up their defensive intensity in the second half and took away some open shots that we saw in the first half. And I just didn't feel like we really responded to them picking up on the defensive end. And the sad part was that we had a good streak going at home along with our men's team. It was our first home loss of the season. We have the best fans in the Big South in our facility. It's just loud and hot and sweaty, and we love our fans, and probably have the best student turnout of any school in the Big South Conference. We had a great crowd for our game, so it was real disappointing that we lost our first game at home on Saturday, and disappointed our fan base, but hopefully they'll come back in a few weeks when we get a chance to play at home again.
They better. We'll get Gardner-Webb tournament time. So far in this season, tell us about some of your key players and some of your sparks off the bench as well.
I think that our team definitely is led by our senior class. Tull and Kelsey Wasmer have done a great job for us, especially on the offensive end. They are our go-to players. It's no secret to anyone in the conference that we are very guard-oriented, and we get most of our points from our guard play. And I do want to tell you congratulations for being the three-point career record holder in the Big South. And each game we play, you have an opportunity to increase that record, and that's pretty phenomenal. Lakeitha Alston has really come on strong the last couple of weeks in really kind of finding her niche around the basket and doing a great job of finishing tough post moves normally against defenders that are 5 and 6 inches taller than her. So she's really come on strong for us, and so that I think makes us a much stronger team. We've got that inside presence combined with you and Kelsey out on the perimeter.
Right, awesome. Next, y'all head back to High Point, or not back to High Point, but play them again. What are you expecting from this road trip, and what do you want to get out of it?
We would like to get another win on the road, and we've had a few road woes this year where we come up just a little bit short, but we should be able to roll in there with confidence from the way we played them in our first game, and hopefully have a lot of courage and confidence going in there. I like to play at High Point. I think that their gym is similar to ours in the fact that there's not a lot of space behind the baskets. I mean, we don't have a depth perception issue like we do in some of the arenas we play in. We shoot the ball really well there. I think it'll be a really competitive contest. It'll come down to the wire. I think a big key for us is to execute regardless of how they're defending us, that we need to run our offenses the way that we do in practice every day. A big key, I think, is for us to take a lot of pride in our defense and stopping people one-on-one. We've got to have a good team defensive effort where we've got 5 players on the floor all really embracing their responsibilities on the court so that we can get one stop after another. Especially when you go on the road, you play against people that are in their house and in the gym where they are most comfortable, so you've got to apply a little more defensive pressure just so people don't go off on you when you play in their gym.
I agree. So is key, obviously. Finally, y'all have kind of been on a one-game-a-week schedule. How have y'all adapted to that? Do you enjoy the schedule, or?
I think it's really fallen at a good time for us. We've had one game a week for 3 weeks, I guess, and so it allows us time to really focus on ourselves and not just spend every practice talking about the next opponent. So I feel like that we've tried to spend a lot of time working on individual skill development. We've spent the last 2 days really breaking down defense and working on defense a lot. So hopefully that will pay off for us in the next game. But we have our starters, you included, play a lot of minutes. So I think that it's good that we've been able to, maybe take a few extra days off since we've had, a good deal of days in between games. So hopefully that will help us not to be quite so leg weary at the end of the season, because we've been able to take some extra days off the last 3 weeks.
Definitely. That's it for this week's Buccaneer Update. Special thanks to Julie Goodenough. Please check out CSUsports.com for all the updates and athletic information. Go Bucks!